So my husband has booked me a practice for obstacle races this afternoon. We're just deciding whether I'm going to be doing it or not. So this we thought would be a good test. And then, well, I did one before I left. I might do another one in October. Because I do like them. They're quite good fun. All right, nice. Then from here, we're just going to turn this round the sides. You can let those arms go with you. And you just go to where you feel comfortable. I think we've got Catherine. Have we got Catherine on there? Yes, we've got Catherine on there. I see you in the little corner there. Good morning, good morning. And now we're just going to step this forwards. Now with this, it was funny, I was doing this yesterday and someone over on TikTok said, that's not a proper lunge. And I was like, do tell me, what is a proper lunge? Because I believe that a lunge that takes you forward and back or helps you to become successful at the thing you want to do is the right lunge for the scenario. Okay, now what we're going to do here is just let those hands come down for me now. And I want you just to take the leg forward to where you feel comfortable. And then we're going to do a little stagger. So we're just staggering that leg forward and back. And George, just let me know if anything doesn't feel comfortable on there with the foot calf. But we're just letting that hip go forward. And now, if you have female legs like myself, where your knee's really skillful at deviating in, we're going to just see if we can take it out. We're thinking sort of end range tennis shot. Good. Now what we're going to do is go back to alternating those lunges, and we're just going to bring those hands forwards, change the leg. And so you can already feel how much that feels different from one side to the other. So now we're going to stay on the left side and we're going to just give that little stagger. So that little stagger forward and back. It's like we're checking the brakes before we go full throttle. Well, that's interesting. This morning, oh, that's why, yeah. This morning, this knee is normally my one that wants to do Elvis Presley the whole time. It's been quite normal from what some people define as normal. I prefer being a little bit spicy. Okay, we're going to go side to side. That was the word I picked up, Catherine, from this year's trip to LA. Was spicy. Basically, it was when my friend said something, you know, about someone else behind their back a little bit. She would say, "Excuse me, I'm going to be a little bit spicy now. I'm going to be a little bit spicy." And then I was like, "Oh, I think in England we're just permanently spicy." Lovely. Okay, so now we're going to go back to alternating those legs. Just do whatever feels good with those hands. Oh, yes. I feel like I've got brakes now. I feel like I've got brakes. But now we're just taking the hands with a swing as we go forward. And then what I want us to do is to go to the corner. So we go out to the corner and back. How have you been, Catherine? It won't take us ages. It won't. But I'm with you. I'm with you. Take it out to the side. But yesterday, I have to say, doing it in the morning, and it was what? I mean, it was 31 degrees on this patio here. I'm like, woo. I came off thinking, well, I've been. Sorry, where was that? No, we were on a it was actually, we ended up having a canoe, so it was on the river. It was lovely. It was lovely. Oh. Well, I said I'm not going to do much jumping around because I don't know if you can. I don't normally sound this sexy, Lucy. I don't normally sound this sexy. This is called a jet lag nose, I reckon. My mum's obviously looking at me going, "You've not got a cold, have you, Joe?" Because like the sympathy goes, it's like, you know, you will be banished to the West Wing, and I don't want to see you if you've got a cold. I get it. She's just had one because that's my cold. Like honestly, I've not been with you. It's not your cold. Right, we're going to go round the corner. I do love that. Whenever we've got a cold, is it a bad cold? No, it's pretty good. I mean, as a cold goes, it's good. It's full of snot. You know, I mean, it's good. It's doing well. It's gone from the earth. It's going into the throat now. No. And then... yeah. I'm just going to... yeah. Well, Catherine, you read my mind. Just step back. That was where last night I felt really pants and my stomach went funny, and I was like, oh, and I was like, do I actually say anything, because I will send my mum in an absolute panic. So then I thought, right, it's kind of too late now. Because as soon as I got off the plane from LA, we were in Manchester for the graduation, so we've all been together, and that's part of it. I came straight back, you know, and it's been 2 weeks of go, nerves presenting, and then, so it was great. It was great. I did loads of swinging on the rings, and you have to. So. And I met my guy. Okay, so from here, what we're going to do is going to take that right hand, and we're just going to go side to side now. Okay. Now, obviously, if there's anybody, if you're watching this on the replay and you're thinking, yeah, Joe, I could get more of a sweat by just walking around my house, fair play. But if you do want to get more of a sweat, then you could add a jump 2 to 1. And what we'd be getting here is obliques, sexy waist, and sexy side bottom. So one side is for the waist, and one side is for the bottom. This can be done with a jump or without. Okay. Yeah. So I met my guy on the rings, and I say my guy because about 5 years ago I went to Venice Beach on my own on a Monday morning. And I'm by the rings, and this guy walks over, and he's got dreadlocks. He's got what can only be described as full great big glasses for snowboarding, and 3 t-shirts, and like massive snowboarding pants, and then he's got his sort of gloves on here. And I was just thinking, this guy looks a little bit odd. It's probably the best way, but then I'm like, yeah, it is LA. You know, he could be an absolute legend on the rings. He could live on the streets and still be a legend on the rings. And you've got about 30 seconds. What are you doing? Are you kind of walking away, or are you talking to him? So I went, good morning, in a very British accent, and he just looked at me and he went, do you want to learn how to do this properly? And I went, oh, I'm so in. And anyway, he just ran, and he spins like this. I mean, he's just got his own incredible style, but he's just lovely, and everything he says is really on par with what I do. He's like, I can't believe how many people I have that come to these rings and they go, oh, I can't do this because of the injury I had in 1913, you know, like digging out these old injuries and stuff. Now we're going to take this to the back corners, okay? And we still keep in touch, but he doesn't have social media. Like I said, can I take you for a drink to say thank you for all your help? He's like, absolutely not. I do it for my pleasure. He won't have a photo because he doesn't want anything on social media. And then take it behind. Anyway, we've missed each other the last few years I've been out. And anyway, this year he was actually there, and it was just so lovely to see him. And really sweet, because my husband called, and I'm on a video call, and I said, would you say hello to my husband? And I thought he wouldn't because of being on the phone and being seen, but he did, and I thought that was actually really sweet, you know. Okay, now we're going to go to the other way. We're just going to listen to that body. The bottom hand goes, and you just take that hand as far as you can, okay? And what I want you to think about is the hip moving. So the hip's going to take that movement. Lovely. And for those of you that wanted a little bit more from your heart rate, then you can add that jump. George, how are those sideways ones feeling for you? Yeah, don't jump for today, okay? Because we're going to still get it moving. Now we're going to take that round those corners. So getting, and then, and what you can do, and the great thing is you just get to listen to your body. It seems, just step that behind now. There's a physiotherapist, Greg Lehman, that I like. He just says sensible stuff. And I love the way he goes, sometimes it's not rocket science. If it don't feel good, don't do it. Change the way you move. So you have with or without that jump. But what I want you to think about is the hip moving. Option with the jump. So I have to thank you now. I can tell you now, I feel 1,000,000 times better. Sometimes just moving is the thing that you need. Yep. No, exactly. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to come down here. It's like a combination between I'm going to get a tennis stroke to I'm just going to wiggle my hips. Okay, so that's what we should be looking like. Yep, but this is a really nice one if your feet are feeling a little bit short of range, or you may have kind of gone over on a foot. But now I want you just to imagine that you've got your tennis racket. Okay, lovely. Now we're going to take that backhand. Lovely. Yes, actually for you guys, that would be forehand. And let's go backhand. All right. It's because I have to do it with my right and I'm like, hang on, I'm a bit confused. Yeah, that's it. Forehand. Backhand. Nice. Okay, so now what I want you to do is we're just going to climb up. Lovely. Now can you sit your bottom? Imagine I've got 2 flower pots right side. There is one, it's just not in the mirror in there. Oh yeah, you can see it. So we're going flower pot, flower pot, flower pot, flower pot, flower pot. Lovely. Nice. Hold it. Now we're going to take the right hand and I just want you to take the left leg back. So you're just coming here. Now what we could do with this, Mum's having a go, come on Mum, come and say hello. She's behind there. There you go, you can do it. Now we're going to take that leg out to the side. So we just take it out. Now just checking, keep your weight on that front leg here. That's it. Good. Now we're just going to bring that in and out. Good. Now if we are going through menopause or just lucky enough to be aging, one of the things that can create problems as we age is losing our balance and falling. And what we don't want to do is fracture bones, and specifically we don't want to fracture our hip. So anything where you can start to strengthen the hip with a little impact or a little reactive balance, it's going to be good. So thinking about that reactive balance now, we're going to step it back and in, back, and we're just going to take that other hand now we're going to give it a little nice. And hold it there. Nice. Now give a little shake out for me. Good. And then we're just going to bring that forward and give a little punch. And then from the back, turn. So in, punch, in, back foot, turn. So it's in with there, and then back foot, turn. Now remember, this can just be a step. Lovely. I thought that was my coffee coming. Okay, now we're going to hold it here and we're going to do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more from that back foot. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. We're just going to squat this baby down. All right. Squat it down. Give me your best squats. Who said awful? Stop being so British. I've just come back from America, you know, loving it there. Mum's at it. What have you got, Mum? What do you give yourself for that squat? Out of 10.
Not a lot.
She's British as well. She says not a lot. I mean, there she is going like this, you know, 78 years of age. Now, it's a great squat. If it gets you on the toilet and off again, or it gets you on the sofa or the car again, it's a successful squat. Okay, good. But what I want you to do now is stay at the bottom of your squat, because most people think I make this stuff up. And I just want you to stamp, stamp, and bring it up, okay? Then you're going to go back down, stamp, stamp, and back. Now, although it looks like I literally have just made this up, what happens is we get down to the comfortable bit, and then we add a challenge. And so what we do is we tell the brain that you've got down here, and you can stay down there and you can handle your body. So it basically allows the body to feel comfortable at this end range of the squat. So if you were rating your squat on how low you went, give this a go now. Go back to your best squat and feel the difference. Oh, it's like a Tesco special. How does that feel, Catherine? Better? Good. How's yours feeling, Lucy? Emma, sorry. Emma. Ah, got you, sorry, yes. Okay, so now what we're going to do, just having a look at the screens, we're going to come down, we're going to stay down, but now what I want you to do is I want you to give me that. And I don't mind if that ankle turns, that knee turns, as long as it feels comfortable. So, as long as that feels comfortable for you there, George, okay? They can move. So think Greg Lehman, as long as it feels good, it doesn't matter. But you might feel that if you push your knees out, it feels a little bit more comfortable for you at the moment. Okay, but if you rotate it and that feels good, that's fine too. All right, lovely. Bring it back up for me. Now we have another little challenge. We're going to come down, and I want you just to go. Good. Let the rib cage peek over the top of the fence. So it's this rib cage that's lifting. And as you do that, let the bum drop. Good. Okay, bring that back up, go back to your best squat. See how it feels now. Nice. I was going to say, Emma and George, you sound so similar online. It's incredible. I'm almost like having to watch which lips move. Okay, so from here, now we're going to take the right leg back as the left hand comes round. Just use that right as well for me, Emma. So just use that right hand too. Good. Now, if you wanted to, you could add a dumbbell to this, a tea towel to this, a core momentum trainer to this, a broom handle. It doesn't matter. Think about that thumb being up and opening. So we take that thumb on that left hand, turn it in. Now turn the thumb out. Turn it in, turn it out. Lovely. Now we're going to take this out to the side. Now again, if you wanted to add more of a challenge, you can speed this up. But I obviously want that change of balance and that hold. Change center of gravity and hold. Good. Keep that going for me. Let me have a little look. That's looking good. Now we're going to take this behind. So we go straight back and then we give a little kick. We go back, little kick. So if you're doing this one on repeat and you've done this and you're feeling like you're back in the flow, you could of course add the CMT on these movements or that tea towel. But today this feels perfect. Now we're going to, yeah, it's not throwing you into that balance, is it? Okay. So what we're going to do now, unless you're left-handed, you're going to stick with your real right leg back, okay? So if you're left-handed, your real right leg goes back and you're going to come forward, in, and then you turn it. Remembering I'm mirroring, that's why I'm lovely. Tap, turn the hip. In, turn the hip. Lovely. Now we're going to stay here and I just want you to give me 10. So you're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. So just think about pulling back that punch. Your body weight stays in the center and go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And again, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now hopefully this all looked like random stuff, but this is where I go back to what we started with and you go, well, that's weird. That actually all feels a lot better now. What I'd like us to do is to just soften those knees and we're just going to go up with our hand, alternating sides. And we're just going to add a little squat. Good. Now we're just going to step forward with the right as we step forward with the left leg. So we're going to go and back. Left leg comes forwards with that right hand going up. Okay, good. Now we're going to change this over, other side. So now go with that left hand, letting that rib come up, stepping forward with that right leg. Lovely. Lovely. And then what I want you to do is just to hold your hand out for me, your left hand, and we're just going to step out to the side. Just to the side. Lovely. We've got 4, 3, 2, leg straight behind. Right leg comes straight down. And I want you just to look at the floor. So you're looking at the floor. Lovely. And then just hold that here for me. I just want you to come into a slight squat and we're just going to go back with that bum. Flower pot. Lovely. And now we're just going to turn it. So this one is for you, George, on that foot. So if you feel it a little bit, that's okay. But if it feels nice, then you get to use this one, okay? Lovely. All right, so just to finish off with, we're just going to roll this down. And for those that want to, we're going to roll it forwards. And then from here, Just give me knee to the opposite elbow for 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it back in. All right, let's go again. So we bring it back down. This time, you either take the knee to the opposite elbow or you give me 4 press-ups. 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it up. Mum's just asked me to remind you that you can do it on your knees. You can do it on your knees. Okay, we're going to do that again for me. So roll it down. You get to choose either knee corner to corner. So we either have this or we have from the knees, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it up. Let's do that one last time, okay? You get to choose how many are in the bank. Let's go for 10. It can be 5 knees or 4 knees or 10 knees, and then it can be press-ups. Well done. All right, we're going to roll that back up. Lovely. And then just show me hand going out one way, and then let's go out the other way, but look around that corner. Lovely, good job. How do we feel? That's the important part now. How do we feel? Emma, how does that feel for you? Some of those I put in brilliant. So there were a few things in for foot and ankle. There are a few things in definitely for shoulder. So a couple of the tips I would say is that rather than trying to take your hand here, if you start with it here and you use your legs, so I use the legs to go away from that hand here, and then when you do take it, take this arm with you, okay, because it just helps the tissue, but it also happens to help the mind that is still protecting you. So once you get to build those experiences, then you can start to do it at sort of more speed as well, you know, and that's where you can even have a point where you're hopping, doing this, that type of stuff. So it can all add on, but it's in no point taking you to